If we don't stop now, life on Earth will stop existing. Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed and I'm here to deliver my persuasive speech about air pollution. I'm going to talk about three topics. What is the issue and why the issue has not been solved and how we can solve this issue. According to Global Citizen, air pollution is one of the biggest issues that we have all around the world. 8.8 million people die each year because of the air pollution. And also, air pollution is a number 4 killer all around the world. The first issue that I want to talk about is factories. According to Sciencing, 80% of the air pollution come from the factories. And also, the percent of the chemical, particle, or biological compounds in the atmosphere can harm human and animal health and damage the environment. Factories need an energy source to power the production procedures. The most damaging greenhouse gas carbon dioxide is getting into air atmosphere when we are burning the fossil fuels. And that smoke, when it's getting on the air, a lot of when it's getting into the form of the acid rain, when it's raining, it damages the planet. And then when we are eating those planets, we can get sick from those planets. And another issue that I want to talk about is vehicles. According to how stuff works, 75% of the air pollution comes from the cars in the USA, only in the USA. And 80% of the world's cities have the air pollution. So most of the busiest places in the world has the air pollution because of the more use of the vehicles that we are using. And that smoke that is coming out of the vehicles is damaging the ozone. If the ozone is getting weaker because of those smokers, because that ozone layer is protecting us from the light sun that is hitting on the ground, and that ozone, if it gets weaker, there might get in some holes in the ozone layer, and the sun can directly hit the earth, and that's really big issue that we have all around the world. And another problem that I want to talk about is from animals. According to Cowspiracy, the video that I watched from Netflix, methane gas from cows is 86 times more destructive than vehicles. So as I talk about vehicles and factories, those are really damaging the air pollution, but animals is the most dangerous one that we have, because this one has more damage than other ones. Because that we're using these animals, we need more space for them, and we are destroying the forest or the trees to create more space for these animals. And because of that, we're getting the oxygen that is coming from those trees, and we're creating more space for the cows, which is damaging the air pollution. And that way, the layer of the ozone also getting weaker because of these creatures too. And another issue that I want to talk about is wildfires. According to Eco Coalition, 1% of the air pollution comes from the volcanoes, and 50% of the air pollution come from the wildfires. When a wildfire happens, there is smoke, ashes, and also fire. So most of the animals in the forest can die because of the wildfire, and also the smoke can damage humans too. When we are breathing with those the smoke on the air, we can get diseases from the smoke that is coming out of the wildfires. A lot of diseases can be shared in the air, and if we don't stop that, we might need using ozone depletion will require oxygen mask for the daily life if there is a lot of smoke because of the wildfires. Also, since last year, the Australia fire killed many million of animals, so that's a really big issue that we also have. Why the issue has not been solved? Well, increased population means increased demand. Since each year the population is keep growing, according to Cowspiracy, the population is keep growing. In 1812, there was 1.1 billion people around the world, and in year 1912, there was 1.5 billion people, and in year 2012, there were 7 billion people around the world, and in 2020 now, there are 8 billion people all around the world. Since the population is keep growing, we also need more products, like such as vehicles. We use more vehicles. The factories, they built a lot of factories, and This is the issue that has not been solved. And another one, because of the issue has not been solved, it's because of the profits. Most of the businesses doesn't want to get shut down because of the money they're getting, and that's because of the money they want, and they don't care about the air pollution that is damaging the earth. Solution for all of this: how we can prevent all this from happening. For first, renewable fuels and clean energy. Instead of for that, we can start using, instead of regular vehicles, we can use electric vehicles, which is I highly recommend you guys to use electric vehicles. That way, there is no smoke that is coming out of the vehicles. And also, there is another way we can use for this. It's start walking, and instead of for close distance that we want to go, we always use our cars, but we can just, instead of using cars, start walking or start using public transportations, or using bikes, so that way we can stop stop the smoke coming out of these vehicles. Another solution for this, for animals, will be substitute red meat with vegetables. Instead of you eating red meat, we can eat vegetables, and also that way most of the businesses will start building more farmers vegetables for us, and that way that can get us more oxygen, and we can eat vegetables. But if you guys are not really like eating vegetables and really want to eat meat, instead of red meat, you guys can start eating white meat. White meat also have the same protein as red meat, and it's not damaging that much as red meat does. Also, we can start using less water, because of the most use of the water that we are using. It's like one hamburger is equal 2 months of our shower. We can, if we start using less water when we are going to shower or washing our hands, stop being using water that much. It also can prevent this environment. And another, for the wildfires, there are places that you want to go for the camping. We need to follow the rules from those places, so that way we're not gonna start a fire around that places, and the bush is not gonna get in fire, because when a fire happens, stopping the wildfires, it's really hard for humans. Also, I found this on the Google. Countries such as China, Italy, and USA, because of the lockdown, the air pollution has been reduced in 30% all around this places, the northers, because of the people are now the the air on these places and clean out. It's really good news. So in summary, as I talk about what is the issue, and I talk about how we can, the issue has not been solved, and I talk about how we can prevent this issue. I hope you guys all understand. This is the life on the earth, hanging on the balance of actions. If we start actions about this, we can save the future.